you were thinking G into U1, right? And then Y2 equals to G to U2, and probably that is you were thinking that you would be adding both of them, so a new thing would be that is Y3 equals to G U1 plus G U2. If we can write that is G into U1 plus U2, then that you can talk about as if U3, which we can regard it as that is Y1 plus Y2. But if it is in the time domain, readily we cannot write that, right? Please try to understand that is this thing will be then in the frequency domain. So that you will have to be very careful about. All of you, have you understood my query? That is, suppose even for a LTI system, if somebody that is wants you to prove that one, that is show that is whether this is like LTI or not, then how would you do it? If it is in the like differential equation format, suppose if it is x dot equals to ax plus bu and then y equals to cx, suppose, okay, the time domain. And then if it is in the, if g is the transfer function, then in the time domain we will be working with the impulse response, so that will be your g of t, right? And then this is, although that is I use this small notation following your way, because probably that is like in your mind you must be thinking about this, but I must mention this is not possible in t domain. Please be careful about that.
So transfer it into Laplacian.
Exactly. So do all of you agree with that? That is this thing which maybe it readily comes to our mind, but this is wrong because in the time domain we cannot write it. Why we can't write it? Because in the frequency domain Ys equals to Gs into Us. Absolutely correct. But in the time domain, can I write that is y equals to G into U? Can I write? Because in the time domain, there is two time domain quantities cannot be in simple product form, right? In time domain, it should have been Gt convolution Ut, and that is also y of t. And if it is so, from that we cannot readily establish the linearity property. Okay? So for that we will have to do something else. So, but the easiest is you directly go into frequency domain, that is if the transfer function is possible, and then as you know that is Laplace transform, it's like the additive and the distributive law, all those things exist. So from the frequency domain you can do it, like y1 of a